Hi, this is Kirk Howard. I want to thank you guys for coming over to the library last night. It was great meeting you, and I really enjoyed showing you how to look up books in our catalog. I want to show you a little video to kind of refresh your memory of what we talked about last night. So I'm here at the Schoen Library catalog, the webpage. Remember, from any Merrillhurst webpage, if you click on Schoen Library, right up here at the top, it'll take you to this page. First thing you want to do is go to the advanced search screen. So right here in the middle of the page in this box, there's an advanced search link. Click right there. And so now the second thing we want to do before we start our search is to sign in. This way you'll have access to a lot more information. So in the very top right of the corner, there's a little sign in link right where I'm circling. Click on that and you'll be asked for your 7-digit Merrillhurst number and your last name. Type those in, and now we've got our search screen. And you'll see your name will be right up here at the top. Either your name or your Merrillhurst ID number will be right up here in the top. So this is where we can start our search. A couple of things we want to do first. Over here on the right where it says material type, if you don't limit your search, a lot of stuff will come up on your search, including articles and a lot of other things. We're looking for just books. So I'm going to click on all items next to material type and choose books. You can choose any year. You can, depending on what your topic is, you can say last 5 years or last 10 years. I'm going to say last 10 years. And right here at the bottom it says books, articles, and more. This is kind of a cryptic way of saying you can find books in this library and other libraries. I'm going to click on there first and limit our search to just Schoen Library. So books that are available in our library, either online or in print. So now I'm going to do a basic search. I'm going to do the search we did last night, communication and gender. So I'm limiting my books to those available in Schoen Library and books from the last 10 years. So let's see what we come up with. Click search. And we got 96 results. Full text 60, it says right here, show only full text 67 and available in the library 28. So that means we've got 67 online books. I'll look at those in just a minute. First, I want to show you the very first book, Sage Handbook of Gender and Communication. It says available at Schoen Library, and there's the call number. So if you're in the library, you can just write down this number and go get it. If you're home and you want it, you can click on Get It and click the Request button, and you just put in your name and barcode and click Submit. And we will hold it for you. So next time you come to the library, it'll be waiting for you at the front desk. And if you want more information about the book, you can click on Details right next to where you clicked on Get It, right here. And it'll show you usually the subjects for the book, a lot of times a description or the chapter headings. So you'll get some pretty good information what the book's going to be all about. Close this. Sometimes the second book, the Gender Communication Handbook, it says online access. That means we have access to it online. So if I want, and once again, I can click on details to see if it looks good to me. This one does. So if I click on view it, instead of what I'll get a link. We get these through a couple of different companies, so this link might look a little bit different, but you'll see a link right here next to full text available at. If I click on this, sometimes I'll be asked to sign in again, like in this case. And I might also have to say, they might also ask me what school I go to, like this one is doing, so I'll say Merrillhurst, and I'll say go. And now it says read online. If I click on this, I'll get the full text right here. So that's pretty cool. That's an online book for you. Okay, so we've looked at how to find books in our library, Shown Library, both in print and online. Now we're going to look at how to find books through Summit, which is the group of 37 libraries in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. So we're going to expand our search. So down in the, remember when we start our search on where it says search scope, this bottom right table, it said books, articles, and more. I limit it to Shown Library, and I'm going to send it back to books, articles, and more. This will help us search through Summit. Publication date, before we limit it to the last 10 years, this time I'm going to limit it to just 5 years. I want the most current 5 years because we're going to have a lot of books here. And communication and gender is still our search. I'm going to add textbook to that search. This way it's going to look for those two terms plus textbook just to see what comes up, because textbook might be in the description of some of these books. I'm just kind of interested to see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and start my search. And we get 20 results here. Looks like there are 20 that fits these descriptions of communication, gender, and textbook from the last 5 years of books in the Summit catalog. So the first book is one that we actually own, Global Business Leadership. It's an online book. The second book I want to show you, it's got a yellow dot, which means you can get it through the Summit Library. Again, you can click on details to look at the description of the book, get some really good information there. Now if I want to order it, I go over here and click on Get It. And since I'm signed in, remember when we first signed in with our name and Merrillhurst ID number, since we're signed in, I get the Summit request link. And this lets me request the book through Summit. So I click on that link. And so here we get the book. It's right here. Still looks good to me. So it looks like sometimes it'll say a whole bunch of Summit libraries on this book. In this case, only one library, Western Washington University, owns it. You can always check availability. And I can do that. And it'll say if it's checked out or checked in. In this case, it's checked in. Just waiting for me to pick it up. So with one nice thing about this, with your Merrillhurst library card, that's your Merrillhurst ID card, you can go to any Summit library in person and check out a book. So if you find a book through here that's available at another Summit library that you have access to, you can go there and pick it up. I'm not going to drive up to Western Washington to pick up this book. So all I do is over here on the right where it says Request Summit Item, I click on that. And I'll get this list of Summit libraries. It's asking what library, what university do I belong to. So I'm going to click on Merrillhurst. Say continue, then put in my ID number again. And sign in. And in the last screen, all you have to do is click continue at this point, and I would get a nice screen saying the book's been requested for me. I'm not going to do that because I don't really want this book, but if I did that, the book would probably get here in about 3 days. Typically, it takes about 3 weekdays. I'm doing this on a Wednesday afternoon, so probably Monday morning it would get here. And I'd get an email saying, come pick up your book. Once I did that, I get it for 6 weeks. So that's really, really cool. I just went through this really fast, how to find books in our library, but let me know if you have any questions finding books in our library or the Summit Library or anything else. Let me know. Once again, my name's Kirk Howard. You can get a hold of me at reference@merrillhurst.edu or 503-534-7040, or just drop by the library and say hi to me, and I'll help you out however I can. Thanks a lot.